games. Or vaping. Unlimited. I did it wrong, but anyways.
God damn it, Hazewinkle. Okay.
Would you rather one gorilla or 100 men?
Like, in what context?
And we are live. Okay, getting started.
All right.
Sending out our first script for the read right here to the Table Reads update board. And we've got our first script, Foresight and Lost Memories, with Hazewinkle reading the voices of the narrator, Hildreth, and the rider, Vasil reading for Kosamar and Hob, and myself, Mills, reading for the Visitant and the Goodman Scratch, with Olivia reading for the Beast, the Broken King, the Brute, the Demoness, the Farmer, the First Bride, the Fifth Bride, the Seventh Bride, the Giant, the Holy Lady, the Kin, the Magus, the Prince, the Warrior, the Slayer, the Nightmare, and the End.
Holy shit.
And a partridge in a pear tree. All right.
In a pear tree.
Let me get my script opened up, and then we will get ourselves started. Right here, this is our longest script for the evening at 21 pages. Okay. And the Foresight and Lost Memories. Are we all ready? Do we know who we're reading for?
Can I take just 1 second to just go through and highlight all of my fucking characters?
By all means. Okay. So to catch everybody up, it is currently 6:03 or 6:02, almost 6:03 EST right here. We have been having a lot of interpersonal conversation regarding various topics in our lives here, just to catch everybody up watching the stream later. It's been a good evening, a lot of laughs so far, and we're getting ready to read through our first script of the night. We have 3 scripts going right now. This is our longest one. We're at about 21 pages for the first, and then 7 and 8 for the other 2. My prompt that I proposed for this this quarter, this third of the year, however long we're going with these things, this session's reading was Dreams and Nightmares. I said you had to write a story with either a dream in it or about a dream or featuring a character in a dream or a nightmare. It had to be related to the plot in some way, mostly in honor of our great friend of the group, David Lynch, passing away right before I turned this out. But we do have a lot more prompts coming, as always.
Rest in peace, beloved.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. We've got Mills, Olivia, Hazewinkle, and Vasil reading tonight.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! All ready to go.
All ready to go?
All ready to go?
Hey, Vasil, how you guys feeling?
I'm feeling great. And Mills, if you don't mind me saying so, you have an excellent podcast radio voice.
You do. I can listen to that voice for
Yep.
hours. That was amazing. Phenomenal.
Thank you very much.
Kiss.
I went to college for it.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
All right.
Look at Mr. College over here.
Wish I finished college.
All in good time, buddy. All in good time. Let's get started with our first script, Foresight and Lost Memories. Everyone, please open up to page 3 to get ourselves started with our narrator beginning our narration.
3, isn't it page 1?
Page 2.
What?
Page 2.
Page 1 is the title. It's the
My stupid ass reader right here it says the last page. I've got it open to double, so it said page 3. Page 2. Thank you very much.
Okay. I'm going to start this with a nice crisp opening of a Dr. Pepper Blackberry. There we go.
Oh, that's crisp.
Let's go.
Exterior, the hinterlands, dusk. We see a vast forest under a cloudless white sky. The leaves are gray-green, and if you squint through the distant mist, you can make out massive mountains. It's a gloomy picture, but there's something peaceful, still, isolated about it. 2 figures trudge along through the trees, following a soft, babbling river. The shaggy-haired one in a dark coat, Kosamar, carries a heavy pack over one shoulder. Young, gray-skinned, pointed ears, wears an eye patch. He's not happy, basically grim, but he's making the best of it. So is Hildreth, the younger girl in the green mantle walking along with him. She has red hair and blue tattoos on her face. She's a curious and cheerful sort, and never opens her eyes.
I think we're a day or two out from the nearest port. Once we're there, I can probably nick a bicycle or a cart from somebody, trawler or waiter.
Nick?
You know, take, acquire, expropriate, steal. I could send out the puck to find one, and I can pick it up easy.
Like a thief.
Sure, like a thief. What do you expect me to do?
You could borrow it.
What for? We won't be coming back. Do you suggest I become a liar as well as a thief?
You could buy it.
I could, but we might need that silver.
For what?
Supplies,
Don't we have enough?
food,
Only me and Hob need to eat.
a place to sleep.
We've been sleeping out here just fine. Kaz sighs. He should have known better than to get caught up in this. And we'll come by money again soon, anyways.
We'll do whatever I say we do, because I'm bigger and older and stronger, and there's really nothing you can do about that.
Will we? Kaz stops, and so does Hildy. He turns to look at her and kneels to get at eye level. She still doesn't open her eyes. Remember, she never does.
And what does that mean? What will we do, Hildy?
Why ask me? You're bigger and stronger.
Go on. I know you'll tell me anyway. What did you see?
Well, Hildy sways back and forth on her feet, fiddles with the clasp on her mantle, and grins wide. I think when we get to the port, Salt Rock by the shore, by the way, there will be a fisherman with a missing arm who's trying to sell his velocipede. He got it a year ago for his son, but he took it out drunk and ruined the front wheel. He doesn't know how to fix it. Neither do you, but you'll figure it out. So he's willing to get rid of it for cheap. I think he will take 2 Argent dollars. Kaz looks at Hildy for a long time. His name is Elisha One-Handed, but I don't think you should say it out loud because it would spook him if a scary-looking man like you knows the name of a simple fisherman. He'll think he's in trouble.
Remarkable.
Please, don't say it out loud.
I won't.
Kaz stands up again, scratches his stubbly chin. He's resigned.
I could still steal it, you know.
You won't. A big and lively raven, Hob, swoops in and lands on Hildy's shoulder, surprising her. Oh, look, Cosmo. Hob's come back.
He was bound to.
Oh, hello, Hob, sweet. She scratches the scruff beneath Hob's beak.
Corn?
They continue to walk along. Hob cocks his head.
Corn? There isn't any corn. Corn? There isn't any corn. Corn? Devils take me. Hildreth, tell him there isn't any corn. He won't heed me and he never will. Corn?
Please, Cosmo. Hob, sweet, there isn't any corn. I'm sorry. Hob blinks, cocks his head, scratches beneath one wing with his beak, flaps, repositions himself, looks closely, cocks his head again.
What about grapes? I could take grapes. Go find a mouse or a sparrow, you little rat, and leave us be. A raven flying around all day and asking for grapes. You ought to be ashamed. Oh, that's a friendly thing to say. How many talking birds do you know? Just the one. He hasn't left a very positive impression. I didn't ask for your assessment of my character, you grumbling old ghost. I asked for...
Hildy pops a grape into Hob's beak. He chows down greedily and touches his beak against Hildy's face repeatedly. Bird kisses. Exterior. Clearing in the hinterlands. Night. A small campfire crackles in the center of a clearing, washing everything in orange. The forest is quiet. An owl hoots somewhere. Kaz and Hildy sit on bedrolls on opposite sides of the fire. Kaz pokes at the flames with a stick. Hildy sits cross-legged, her elbows in her legs, and her face in her hands. Her mantle is off and hung against the low-sprouting tree branch. You see Hob sleeping in the hood like a baby in a hammock.
Those Northmen, those dog and bear bastards. Will they find us again?
They will. They try to ambush us in the welterways, but we escape. You bash them badly. She takes a big swing in the air with an imaginary club, or a mace.
And the Sunset Knights? What about them?
They will too. We'll be somewhere loud and bright and happy with a lot of people. We'll have gone there to rest our feet. And we run into each other. The twins are there. I don't remember if there's a fight, but we escape.
How long until then?
It's not like that. I've seen them attack, but I haven't seen when they attack next. They could strike one more time, or 5, or 10 more times until you fight them at the welterways. Or flee the Sunset and the twins, like I said. Or we might not even see them at all until then. I just can't tell exactly when. Kazumar pokes at the fire. His face is set. But it will happen.
And you wouldn't withhold information, would you? If you saw something in a vision and it was relevant to me, if it concerned me, you would tell me the whole truth, wouldn't you? You wouldn't keep something from me for your own purposes, would you?
I've taken us this far.
You've taken us this far. You have?
I have. I'm not boasting. It's the truth. If it weren't for me, the boy twin with the wild eyes, would have blown you up, separated your crispy head and crispy limbs from your crispy body, tied them up in inscribed parchment, and sent them back to their holy watchtower by now. You don't know how many times I've saved your life. You don't need to know. They sit for a while, quiet. Kaz looks like he wants to apologize, but he doesn't.
When you have your visions, did they come upon you during the day?
Sometimes they do. More often when I sleep.
How often?
Almost every night, I think. Usually it's different each time, and usually it's nothing important, or follows someone I don't know. Sometimes I see people I know or will know. Sometimes I see the gods.
Do you ever dream? Just an ordinary dream, I mean, like everyone else has.
I don't know. I must have when I was little. If I ever did, I don't anymore. Do you? Kaz rubs at his face.
I'm not sure. Sometimes.
Hildy sits for a while. She raises her head from her hands. She doesn't believe him. Only sometimes. What do you see?
Nothing that would make sense. Nothing you're too young. You don't need to know.
They sit together like this. There's an unsure tension that might have always been there, but it feels especially thick now. Hildy moves her bedroll and slides into it, facing away from Kaz. She pulls a thick blanket over herself. I'm sleepy. I think Hav has the right idea.
Go on then. I may follow suit in a bit.
Hildy turns back to face him. Cosmo?
Hmm?
Can I ask you one more thing?
As you please.
Hildy smiles wide. Do you like to sleep with one eye open? Kaz stares. He fingers the edge of his eye patch with his free hand and grumbles. Exterior. Clearing in the hinterlands. Later. It's dead of night. The forest, the clearing, the whole world is washed in deep blue and empty black. Kaz and Hildy sleep on their bedrolls, the charred remains of the long dead fire between them. It feels cold and soothing, but something is not right. We get closer and closer to Kaz. He almost blends in with the midnight blue, but the closer we get, the more we can make out his face, and the lighter the world becomes. We get closer, lighter, closer, lighter, closer, until his closed good eye takes up the entire screen. The eye slowly opens. What does IE mean?
I.e.
That's what it says. At the top.
Interior/exterior, somewhere. That's what that means.
Okay. Oh, somewhere, somewhen. A peaceful Arcadia. The sky is bright orange, like clementines through foggy glass. There's yellow grass and gnarled white trees in the distance. We see Kaz on a hill, and he slowly sits up. He's in a loose white shirt now and simple, comfortable pants. His hair looks clean and combed, his eye patch is gone, and his bad eye remains closed. He looks round, pushes himself to his bare feet. He seems content. Not happy, but tranquil. Kaz gets to his feet, walks over to one of the gnarled white trees nearby, and touches it. He studies it for a while. A shadow slowly passes over him. He doesn't seem to notice.
I think it was supposed to flower.
We pan slowly and subtly to the left. A dark figure standing behind Kaz comes into frame. We can't make it out. It's too far, too ghostly. The landscape around him becomes dreary and dark. A great beast, blurry and unfocused, looms up behind it.
I remember 3 times a year it flowers and bears sweet fruit.
Then a cold, deep, grim, slow, weary voice. Once they might. Oh, is it?
have.
Yeah, it's written down as both of you, but that was fucking cool for that once.
Mhm.
Because it says the rider and visitant, it's the same character, but you put in 2 different names.
Mhm.
Is that on
So is it going to
purpose?
be Hayes or is it going to be Mills?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Once they
That
might
once was sick.
That was sick. I liked that.
Yeah.
It changes Kaz's demeanor completely. He tenses, his good eye widens. He whirls. He sees the rider visitant and its silent black steed. It wears a dark cloak with pointed armor underneath.
Real
It has a
quick,
sword and it's
pause. I think the Rider Visitant was one character, and I might have separated it differently on accident.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so instead of it being 2 characters,
You'll just take it.
I'll take
Yeah,
it.
you're doing
Yeah.
the voice. I thought
Yeah.
that's what we established. Yeah.
Roger.
Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger. Stop, I'll get flashbacks.
Okay.
Rider.
Roger, Roger.
Anyway,
I'm
sorry,
bored.
go ahead, Viz.
We see the riser visitant and its silent black steed. It wears a dark cloak with pointed armor underneath. It has a sword at its hip. A crest with a miniature unicorn pokes from its hood. We see a helmet. No face, no eyes, only shadow.
But no more. They are gone. Perhaps in other places. On worlds other than this. On fruit which hangs from different branches than ours. They may still yet flower and bear sweet things, and perhaps they may return. You may be the one who brings them back, if you will it, but not now.
Kaz stands still. He shakes. The Arcadia is gone. Only the gloom surrounds him.
You are afraid of me.
I am.
Why are you afraid of me?
I don't know. I have seen you before, I think.
Many times you have. In waking and in unwaking you have.
Do I know you? What is your name?
You may have known me. You may know me yet.
What is your name?
You will know.
What is your name?
You will know. If you take the path, if you remember and decide, you will know, Dreamling.
Remember? But I
He puts his head in his hands. He looks suddenly pained. His hands squeeze.
can't. I can't remember.
You do. More than you are willing to admit to yourself. But I know.
Sometimes everything seems so clear. Sometimes there's so much it stings me, like great shards of glass in my skull. Other times it's like a great fog, and there are moments and feelings and smells and tastes and sounds in that fog, like paper lanterns on a lake, and I make grabs at them and I can't.
You will. If you continue the path, you will.
There's something terrible,
More than you know.
but I've forgotten.
More than you know.
Kaz looks up at the rider. He's still frightened, but he's angry as well.
I don't think I want to talk to you anymore.
Indeed, I will go.
Go then.
But heed me, ye of empty eye. If you wish to change your heart, you will heed me. You are not lost yet. You need not remember me or my words. I bid you only remember the tree. Remember the flowers and the sweet things.
Go. Go, I said.
And the rider does go. It strokes the horse's muzzle and hefts itself onto its back, rides away, takes the gloom and drear and darkness with it, leaving behind gray mist. The darkness melts, like black paint in water, and finally disappears. We pan back to a confused and shaken Cause. A tear from his good eye rolls down his cheek. He wipes it away rough. He shifts from foot to foot. The gray starts to clear behind him, replaced by a strange light. It is stark, harsh, hot and cold like neon, and it covers everything. We pan over to see a man emerging from the sickening light. We hear a voice, young and strong and confident.
If you'd not parley with him,
Kaz stiffens at once. He does not move. A young man emerges. The goodman Scratch. Well built, graceful, thick silver white hair, a light mustache. He wears simple and fashionable clothes, ideal for traveling. He has an odd little book on a strap at his hip. He seems friendly, but there's something crooked about him. He feels like a steel trap. Shiny, harmless. But get too close. He smiles too wide. Kaz does not turn to look.
I don't think I want to talk to you either.
no? Pooh. But I want to talk to you, you old rascal.
Scratch puts his hands on Kaz's shoulders, brings his face in close, like a child about to tell his friend a dirty joke. Kaz does not move.
You know we're chums, don't you? Buttos, mateys, pals. Thick as thieves, two pearls in an oyster. We're kith. We understand each other.
I don't know you.
Oh, well, one of us understands the other anyways. What's the difference?
I don't know.
Aye, quite like a baby you are.
Scratch pulls away from Kaz, walks around him until he's in front. He takes a cigarillo from his jacket, puts it in his mouth. He touches the end of it. Whoosh! Voila!
It is lit.
Oh, that's part of the...
That, buddy.
It's all good. It is lit. He takes a drag. He faces Kaz.
I like that line, though. That old bag of bones, box of bones, I guess, on account of the armor. What a depressing old sinner. And the things he says, what a lot of rot. Rot! Rot's exactly what it is, and what a man to get from it. Riddles and wordplay, no straight answers, nothing real and solid and living to work with. He's always like that, you know, been dead too long. What the hell does he know?
He takes another drag. He offers the cigarillo to Kaz. Kaz shakes his head. Scratch shrugs and puts it back in his mouth.
You can't trust a man like that. Because how can you? How do you come to trust a man? By judging what he says and what he does? That's the only way. He's got to give you something to work with. How can you trust a man who does and says nothing?
Are you so different?
Ha!
He takes a drag.
I am. I know what ails you, friend. Look here. I know your situation. The confusion, the fog of ages. The fact that there are things you know and no longer know, but remember knowing. Things you really shouldn't know. Things which are impossible for you to know, but still, nevertheless, you do. All sorts of things you know that you have. Skills and power and names and places and times and deeds. Many, many deeds. Oh, but let's not sour our pleasant conversation with all that.
Kaz stares. He looks like he might be sick.
You're in luck, chappie. I have just the thing for it.
What's that then?
Oh, but not here. No, 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 no. This place is. It's too airy, too fragile. In waking, though,
He pokes a finger at Kaz's chest.
you come find me. Or even better, I come find you and we can discuss over punch.
Have we met before?
Before. What an abominable word, before. Look, it's all too much for you. I understand. Listen, you and that girl, you just sit.
You're not making any sense. I don't know what you want. You're just confusing me, and you should go. I want you to go.
Scratch looks at him. He's still smiling, but it's suddenly no longer convincing.
Go?
Yes, go, leave.
Scratch chuckles. His smile is real again, but cruel now.
Oh, you really are a baby, a child. Okay, I'll go. I'll go. You watch me go. But the rider is gone. And when I leave, who will you be left with but yourself?
Scratch takes a sharp step forward. He pushes Kaz back hard and Kaz tumbles. The ground loses its shape, color, and darkness swirl, and Kaz sinks, separates, dissolves, screams. It is pandemonium. Scratch's laughter rings out, echoes.
Who but yourself? 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 Who but yourself?
Interior, exterior, the nightmare. The chaos shifts and swerves and stretches. We see a succession of flashing images, POVs, voices that cut to each other, melt into each other. Battle. Swords, spears, strange flame shoots everywhere. Men and ogres and spirits sprawling and fighting. A dark figure in ancient armor. It carries a mace with points like a star, and it glows. We see a bright green eye inside its helmet. The other eye is dark.
More land, more bodies, more subjects, more.
Rows of emaciated wretches in chains, slaves driven, refugees fleeing.
Pleasant fools, only the sick, old, the women, the children.
A crushing wheel, 1,000 screams.
Take who you wish and put the rest to flame.
We see fire, shadows running from fire.
Such is my will.
Monsters of every shape and size pouring out of caves, from between gates, through doors, screaming, crying, roaring, laughing, yelling, speaking.
Will you not return?
A great city-state from a lost age. Spires, towers, columns, observatories, flying machines. Beautiful. It floats in the air.
Where have they all gone?
A grey-blue wretch, skeletal and starved, in the bowels of a beast. Spears of light pierce the wretch at its throat, arms, legs, abdomen.
There is no need to make appeal now. You have what you want, so you can go do as you like. As for me, there is matters more pressing.
An eerie glow. Gore crows covering a battlefield at dusk.
Drive his body into the ground.
A council of angels of all shapes and sizes.
I will do what I must.
A woman smiles. She's very beautiful, but her eyes.
What have you done? Why?
Are very sad.
How unlike anything you've ever seen. Your lens.
An army of undead animals, deer, rabbits, boars, dogs, they march, one by one, into a mighty river, filling it with poison.
Let them drown, let them all.
A mountain of the slain.
1,000 years, and yet still a squalling, trouble-making child.
Thunder shaking the world.
Monsters like you will ever fall.
Demons bursting from heads and hearts.
Still one defender at the walls, face me.
Swarms of locusts fill the sky.
Tear, hungry.
A battle between defenders and destroyers to decide the fate of the world.
Hungry.
A blind, reeling worm as big as a mountain.
Blind, stupid fool, shall I weep for you? I shall not, never.
A strange boy, dark-haired and ethereal, tears out his eye
This is the end.
and eats it.
Silence, 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 shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
An empty black eye opens.
All will be well.
Exterior, the hinterlands. Still later. Back to the black and the blue. Kaz jolts up. He's a mess. Wild-eyed, panting, whimpering, sweat beaded across his face and body. He takes several moments to calm down. Hildy still sleeps. Hob stirs, but still sleeps. Kaz holds onto his blanket tightly. He sees he tears at it a bit. Oh, we see he tears at it a little bit. Slowly he lets go and lies back down. His good eye stays wide open. Exterior, the hinterlands. Morning. Kaz and Hildy are up and about, following the stream, both just fine. Hob flies nearby. How was your sleep?
It served. Not as well as it could have.
Did you dream?
Yes. No, I may have, to tell you the truth, but I can't recall. And you?
I saw an airship touch down half a world away. Then I saw a lot of dolphins in the sea. Did you know dolphins can laugh? Or it sounded like laughing. Hob swoops in between them, lands on top of Hildy's head.
Corn? No corn. Corn? Maybe a few kernels in the pack. Corn? A pound of corn at least. Corn? An unholy surplus of corn. Mountains of corn. Corn?
We didn't have any yesterday, Hob Sweet, so we won't have any today.
Injustice. When will we have more?
We might get some when we get to Salt Rock by the shore. Right, Cosmo?
In a day's time, we'll be there. I can get something for my sleep at a wharfside shop. I may nick some corn then if it'll shut him up.
Like a thief.
Fine, fine, fine. I can spare a coin for corn. Does that suffice?
Hob nods with approval.
Justice.
Yes, you have great honor indeed. Oh, do you still remember the man's name with the velocipede?
Alicia one-handed. I do.
Don't forget. Please don't let him know you know his name already.
I won't.
He'll think he's in trouble.
I know.
I'm serious. You'll have to promise.
I promise.
We can tell he means it. Woo!
Oh, all right.
Ooh,
Good stuff.
that was a fun one. That was a fun one to
I
warm
liked
up
that a
on.
lot, yeah.
I really like that. Yeah. Also, Mills, fucking phenomenal
Yeah.
voices. But also just the energy you brought into the Goodman Scratch.
Thank
Oh,
you.
nailed it.
I love
Mhm,
that
mhm.
character. That's so fun. Like these are good
Yeah.
characters. I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Second script. Let's get right into it. Okay.
The whole
Right in-
let's say the whole bit where it's like corn, no corn. Corn it reminds me of that skit
Or-
where it's
yeah.
like treat, no treat, treat, no treat.
Yes, I mean
Corn.
Hob has one line and he's such a good character. I mean, it's entertainment, you know? I love
Yeah.
it. Okay. So, let's go with our next script. Let's go with let's see, which one is this? Let's go with our 8-page script next. It's called Till Human Voices Wake Us.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean, the first time I saw that title, immediately, I mean, I was at work. I was in the middle of work, and I immediately just downloaded the script. I was like, that title, I have to read that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good title.
That's so good. It sounds like not to get too hyper specific here from, a music major background, but it sounds like something in like 2005 that one of those woodwind ensemble composers would name their piece. I don't that's very
Mm,
specific, but like somebody like John Mackey or David Maslanka, they would name their piece something like that, with their other songs like Wine Dark Sea and Angels in the Architecture and so like Till Human Voices Wake Us, spot on for that. Okay, here are our characters. I gave myself the tiny little one-liners this time. Our narrator is Hazewinkle. Our person 1 is Vasil. Person 2 is Olivia. I will be reading for Historian, Carnival Barker, Daniel, Hollowman, and Teacher. Each of them only have about 1 line. Again, very short scripts for the rest of the night. Just 8 pages on this one, 7 on the next. Let's hop right into it as soon as everybody can download their scripts. Yeah.
I'm all up and ready. Also, Carnival Barker. What a nice little ensemble name, though.
Yes.
I'm curious about Hollow Man.
I will tell you, out of the 3 of them, after reading it, I think this one captures the idea of being in a dream the best. And I'm very excited to read this with you guys.
Ooh.
All right.
I'm ready.
Shall we begin?
I'm ready.
Page 1. Till human voices wake us dreams. Here we go. On black.
On black. An otherwise pitch blackness is filled with a dark gray swirling haze. Suddenly, a crack of orange lightning. A synapse firing. It's joined by others, until our view is filled with bolts of fluorescent electricity. Slowly, they form a Ferris wheel. Then they form buildings below. Then people. Exterior, fairground, night. Fairgoers congregate, but their faces are blurred, as though we have... Oh gosh. How do I say that?
Prosopagnosia.
Yeah, that thing. Only one person has a face. This is person 1, and they navigate this bustling crowd. Eventually, they spot the only other person with a face, person 2. They recognize each other on sight, but they're not exactly overjoyed. They awkwardly approach each other from either side, meeting in the middle.
Bleep.
Bada.
Bleep blur. Bleep blur.
Bada 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 bada.
There's a pause. Their eyes wander from each other. Oh no. 5 minutes in and they're already bombing.
Bleep. Gore?
Bada 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 bada.
They set off, stepping into the crowd. Exterior, fairground, roller coaster, night. Person 1 and 2 sit next to each other at the front of the coaster as it slithers along a track. Around them, etched in the stars, is a reenactment of the assassination of a political figure whose brains are scrambled with a rifle. A historian stands in front of the cart, seemingly moving along the rail despite standing still.
To-beam. To-beam, 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 to-beam.
Person 2 points in front of them as though they recognize something.
Bada bada.
The coaster careens off the track, slamming into the side of a skyscraper.
To-beam, to-beam, to-beam.
Exterior, fairground, balloon pop tent, night. A trio of clown heads with open maws oscillate left and right. Red balloons hover behind them. A carnival barker hands person 1 a tactical shotgun.
Doot, 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 doot.
Bleep blur. Bleep gore?
Doot, 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 doot.
Person 1 jabs their finger at the first clown's head, making a boom sound as they mimic firing a pistol. The clown head explodes spectacularly, as though it was being blasted by a shotgun. The carnival barker presents person 1 with an alien egg, which they accept enthusiastically.
Doot, doot. Doot, 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 doot.
Bada 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 bada.
Doot, 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 doot.
Exterior, fairground. Dodgem Car Arena, night. Person 2 drives a mix between the DeLorean and the Killdozer amidst the flurry of different vehicles. Person 1 hangs on the back. In another car, they spot Daniel Radcliffe.
Bleep blur.
They slam into Daniel's car, sending him into a nearby wall. He shakes his fist at them as the wreck of his car bursts into flames.
You are the greatest man in Poland!
The person 1 and 2 leap out of the car as it comes to a perfectly normal stop. They look down and realize that they're holding hands. Interior, fairground, photo booth, night. Person 1 and person 2 share a jovial conversation and chili dogs as they step inside the small cubicle to find a large, dark, empty space illuminated by a single spotlight. They step inside. Person 2 is eager to have their photo taken, while Person 1 stares nervously at them. They're having a great time, but is it the right time? Person 1 stares at Person 2's lips. They want to kiss them, but they can't bring themselves to initiate. There's a click, and a creature joins them in the spotlight. It is a tall figure, absence personified. This is the Hollow Man.
Spitty, 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 spitty. Spitty, 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 spitty. Is it not picking me up?
Oliver? No, not yet.
Sorry. Spitty, 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 spitty.
Glebe!
Person 1 grabs Person 2 on the wrist, pulling them away as the Hollow Man gives chase. Exterior, fairground, night. The Ferris wheel slowly turns, lifting each of the carts up and over into the night sky. Interior, Ferris wheel booth, night. Person 2 is curled up against Person 1 as they sit on the cold steel floor. The earth slowly turns below them. This is that moment. The part of the date where everything clicks. Person 1 and Person 2 lock eyes with beaming smiles. They lean towards each other and kiss. Interior, opera amphitheater, night. Person 1 and Person 2 sit across from each other, sharing a fine dining experience of Italian extravagance. Adjacent to them is an operatic performance inspired by the movie Crank 3, Cruise Control. Exterior, the Mediterranean, day. Person 1 and 2 wear white as they sail along the sea in a jet boat, spraying foam behind them. The clear seas mirror the beautiful azure sky. Interior, cabin in the woods, night. Person 2 sits on a couch, wearing a Christmas sweater. Person 1 pecks them on the cheek and crouches by a bright orange fire inside a fireplace.
Bada, 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 bada.
Glorp.
Bada, 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 bada.
Person 1 suddenly licks their gums, which are now devoid of teeth. Their eyes widen, and they turn around to see that Person 2 has vacated the couch. In fact, there is now no couch. Interior, high school classroom, day. Person 1 is now seated at a desk, stripped down into their underwear. A stack of exercise books sit in front of them. They start to flip through the books, panicking as the pages are blank. A teacher hovers over them with a look of pure disdain. Nils, if you're screaming, we can't hear you. There we go. All around Person 1 are teenage students who are laughing at them. With a defiant roar, Person 1 flips the table over as they get to their feet. They are swarmed by the mob of high schoolers and now have to fight them off. It's like the burly brawl from The Matrix Reloaded. Look it up. Except now it's a ton of 12-year-olds getting beat up by an almost naked adult. The teacher stands up from her seat and takes bounding steps towards the fight. With each step, she absorbs one of the teenagers, growing in size. By the time she goes from one end of the classroom to the other, she is a gigantic colossus. Person 1 raises their hand up to this Goliath-adjacent educational practitioner, mirroring the finger guns they had used earlier.
Gleep, gorp, gleep. Glorp, gleep.
With a flick of Person 1's wrist, the teacher explodes into a vibrant burst of lights. As Person 1 celebrates the light show, they are bowled over by the Hollow Man, who advances on them.
Spitty, 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 spitty.
A chase ensues. Person 1's attempts at running barely keep them at a safe distance. Their feet are sinking, their legs like dangling slinkies. The chase ends at a massive chasm, where, at the bottom, we see glimpses of Person 2. Person 1 takes a deep breath. Then they dive in. The world rushes past them as they fall. A minuscule section of the middle of the frame begins to warp, like a photograph being held into a frame. Suddenly, the warping spreads, a hole in the center glowing and growing and growing to reveal interior. Bedroom, morning. An alarm trills from a phone connected to a charger. The screen reads, "Get up for work." Person 1 ignores the alarm. Lying on their side is their irritated Groggy eyes simply stare forward at us. The end.
All right. Yeah, that was
Right.
That was awesome.
definitely. I mean,
That was fucking amazing.
Gleep,
I
Gleep.
think I know what my favorite line of the entire night is going to be. I think I already know.
Is it Gleep Corp or is it
Is it Poland?
You are the greatest man in
Poland? Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be nominated
So
for best
good.
line and should win.
Alrighty. Here's our last
I know
scout
I'm
of the
going to
night.
vote for it.
Real short one again. The shortest one of the night. 7 pages only. It is Breathless Awaiting. Here's our character.
Some really good title names.
Yes. Vasile, you're going to be narrating. Elias is
All
played by
right.
Hayes, Eleanor by Olivia, and Levi by me. Alrighty.
Okay, I'm gonna narrate the shit out of this.
Hell yes. Bring your energy out. Let's get it.
All right.
No. I don't want to spoil anything. Bring me to the first page. There we go. Okay. Ready when you guys are.
All right. I am ready.
Ready?
Awesome.
Ready.
Okay, page 1.
Let's go.
Breathless Awaiting. Prompt Dreams and Nightmares.
Exterior. A colonial era house. Winter. Night. A well-kept colonial house's windows glow warmly in the wintertime. The sounds of polite laughter and clinking of dishes is softened by the walls. Cut to interior. Colonial house. Dining room. Several people are sitting at a table enjoying a meal, young and old. They're all in Regency-style clothing, joking and laughing. At one end of the table is an older man, Elias, with white hair and a clean-shaven face. He is red in the face from laughter and drink, slamming his hand down every now and then as he cracks up once again.
I must say, Levi, you have gotten much more humorous time away.
At the other end of the table sits Levi, a tall man with dark brown hair and even darker eyes. He wipes his large mustache clean with a handkerchief and smiles.
And you have gotten much more old in that same time.
Elias pauses, almost as if offended. Then his face breaks into a huge smile as he laughs his boisterous laugh once more. At Elias' right side sits a beautiful woman, Eleanor, with long brown hair, her gray eyes often finding themselves looking at Levi. She too finds herself laughing alongside Elias.
You must visit Eleanor more often. It is truly a blessing.
Eleanor blushes and turns sharply to the old man.
Eva.
Levi grins.
Oh, you need not be so humble. We all know I value your company the most.
Ha! I should consider myself lucky then. I do hope you will stay in the guest room, my boy. It is plenty late, and I must be off to bed. Come, children.
Elias' other children all rise from their seats and follow the old man out of the room. Only Levi and Eleanor remain behind as a couple servants start clearing the tables. Levi begins to gather some of the plates off the table.
You do not need to bother. Isaac and Addie will take care of it. Besides, you are a guest here.
Ah, forgive me. I have not yet become reacquainted with the use of servants taking care of our mess. During the war, we had no such luxuries, as every man was to clean after themselves.
Levi continues to gather leftover plates as Eleanor walks over and puts her hand on his. Levi lets go of the plates, crash, and lightly squeezes Eleanor's hand.
You really do not have to. You have done more than enough.
It does not feel that way. I could have done more.
Levi releases his hand and turns so the palm faces upwards. Eleanor's hands take his. Using one finger, she traces the lines in his palm, scars and calluses.
Your hands have seen so much. You neglected to speak much about the war at dinner. Father would have been delighted to hear some stories.
Levi sighs heavily, as if he had been holding his breath.
I have nothing joyous nor positive to say about it.
Eleanor continues to peruse Levi's marks, turning his hands over to find more scars on the back.
I figured that dinner would be best with some happier topics and discussions.
Well, you succeeded in that regard. I've never seen Father laugh more than eat at the table.
Oh, sorry. Eleanor's face turns from a slight smile to a look of puzzlement.
There are more scars here than when I last held your hand. When you last left me here.
Eleanor pulls her hand away, placing it just beside Levi's.
I had to go.
You still left.
You told me to go.
Oh shit. Eleanor pulls her hand away from the table. She turns around and walks to the end of the table.
That does not mean you should have left anyway. You could have stayed regardless of what I said. I was not well.
I protested the idea. I wanted to be here with you, but
But you still left, gone. Well, I stayed here breathlessly awaiting your return, and it is only now that you have come. Have you thought that I could have moved on while you were away? Perhaps I did not wait for you, and yet you came anyways, buttering up my father like it would earn my favor.
Levi walks up to Eleanor, his dark eyes lighting up once approached.
I did not come here for him. But you always talked about how you missed his laugh. Is it a crime to bring that back? Has he not so much as smiled since?
Levi stops himself, his face looking like he is trying to suppress a bad memory. His eyes closed, but then they opened to look sorrowfully upon Eleanor.
I am here now. I have come here for you, my love.
Levi caresses Eleanor's face with his hand, leaving it there to stroke her cheek with his thumb. Eleanor leans her face into it, putting her hand on the outside of his.
Why did you leave?
Levi's free hand gently holds Eleanor's.
You told me to go.
No, but I was so lonely, so hurt.
Levi's hand squeezes Eleanor's.
I did not want to, but it was what you wanted.
Levi relaxes his grip. Eleanor's hand is pale and cold.
You wanted me to remember you more fondly, healthier, full of...
Levi's hand is still caressing Eleanor, but now she is as pale and cold as her hand.
life.
Levi closes his eyes and winces at the memory. When he reopens them, the color has returned to Eleanor's skin.
Maybe, deep down, I agreed with you. If I were a better man, I would have stayed until the end. I so very much wish I was a better man.
A tear slowly streams down Levi's face. He breathes heavily to hold back the release of more. Now it is Eleanor caressing Levi's face.
You were the best man for me.
The lovers gaze into each other's eyes, daring not to look away. They bring their lips closer and closer to kiss when... Cut to... Exterior, horse carriage, day. A sleeping Levi awakens inside of his coach. The window just outside his face reflects the outside landscape. A cemetery on a hill with a tall white tombstone erected on the peak. Levi is much older than previously, his face wrinkled and streaks of gray adorn his mustache, which is now accompanied by long sideburns. A streak of a tear long past stains his cheek. Levi rubs it away and takes a moment to gaze outside the window. Taking a deep breath, Levi knocks on the wall of the coach and slides open the peephole to the coachman.
Elijah, could we stop here? I have someone to see.
End. All right, nice, short and sweet. Got to the point.
Phenomenal.
That's what's up.
Baby
I
shoes
really
for
love
sale,
how
never sold,
we
never
have.
used. Yeah.
Ooh.
What was that?
I don't really...
Excellent.
Okay. I will save my commentary until we stop recording so as not to sway votes. However, here we go. Okay, thank you all so much for listening. We will see you at the next streaming. I will stop now and share the link to the page.
Oh yeah.